We're still counting down our favourite action figures of the year, and today we're going to focus on the Star Wars Black Series. Let's do this. Hey guys, me host Super Sorrel, thank you very much for tuning in. So, we're back with another list video. It's list week. I'm going to be making list videos every single day. Yesterday, we did look at my favourite Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figures of this year. Today, we're going to be looking at my Star Wars Black Series favourite action figures. Now, remember, these are just my favourites. They might not be yours. They're just the things that stood out for me this year as being a part of my favourites. My list is a bit weird for Black Series. This last year, I've had a love-hate relationship with Star Wars. I've loved some of the characters that have been released and announced, but yeah, I'm unhappy with the way the line is going, and I'm not a fan of the new... And I know I'm an unboxer, so it shouldn't really affect me, but I'm not a big fan of plastic-free packaging. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not going to lie. And, yeah, it took a while to get used to that, and we seem to now be getting more of the more expensive packages to make up for not giving us plastic-free packaging, if that makes sense. Like, figures that would have once been a wave are now classed as 60th anniversary of Spider-Man wave, with no buff figure, and yet every figure in the wave is 30 quid. They would have once been a regular wave in regular boxes. But when it comes to Star Wars, same sort of thing there. We're now seeing more of these deluxe boxes, like the publishing series is now taking more traction, and we're starting to see like the Gaming Great series starting to get some good characters, but they're becoming more expensive. So it was a love-hate relationship this year for me with them, especially with Black Series. But I still found some amazing figures that I love in my collection. So let's jump down to the desk cam and take a closer look at the figures that I really enjoyed from Star Wars this year. Okay, Star Wars Black Series 2022. We saw so many figures come and go this year. So many re-releases, lots of new figures. Figures from the new Kenobi TV series, new figures from Andor, new figures from Clone Wars, Bad Batch. We saw everything this year, and there's been so many releases that I had to physically look back and go, what figures did come out this year, and which ones came out late last year, and try and make a little 5 or so list of figures that I got really excited about. And when I was looking through them, I was like, yeah, there were so many good figures and so many decent ones. It was hard to make sort of a top 5 kind of thing, but I think I've done it. And these might not be everyone's cup of tea, but they were definitely for me. And no, I'm not saying these are the best Black Series of this year. I'm saying these are my favourites. I don't like doing those lists where it's like top 10 Black Series of this year, because that's just my opinion, and everyone's got an opinion on that kind of stuff. But I like pointing out when they're my favourites and why. So let's kind of go through that. Starting from left to right, Fennec Shand. She kind of took the Star Wars world by storm these last couple of years. With Book of Boba Fett, and then they've even weaved her into like the Bad Batch and other areas like Mandalorian, and they've managed to weave a character into the history of Star Wars, it feels. But she's so relatively new to the franchise, but they've made her feel like she was always there. And she was a fan favourite the moment she came on screen. Obviously played by Ming-Na Wen, which played Chun-Li in the Street Fighter movie. She was the voice of Mulan. She's done a lot for Disney, obviously working with the Marvel team as well when she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's been around, man, and she's an awesome martial artist and a great actress. And it was great to see her in the Star Wars universe, and Fennec Shand is definitely a cool character for her. I love the black and orange costume that they gave her, and it just really pops in the Black Series. She looks so good. You could obviously did come with the masked head, but why would you mask her up? That's probably one of the better face sculpts of this year, in my opinion. I love it so much. I think they did a cracking job with the figure, and yeah, she's definitely one of my favourites. And she was probably my favourite character of the year, more than anything. Speaking of favourite characters of the year, obviously, as soon as Black Kirsten was announced, everybody fanboyed about him, and everybody wanted him as an action figure in the Black Series line. And then Hasbro gave us this monstrosity. Been slowly trying to improve him as time goes on. Like, I took the gold armor off because I wasn't a fan of how gold it was. I know that's comic accurate. I know that the original figure was comic accurate. And the movie, the realization movie one is coming, if you will. But I do prefer this brown version of the armor that came with the Halloween figure. I do prefer that on this figure with the brown bangles and beads and stuff. I think it really does go. The one thing I would like to do is put a grey wash through the black to make him look more like he's graying a little bit more with the black and the grey. I think that would really make him pop. But Black Kirsten, yeah, I love the fact that the scar stands out on this one really well, and yeah, he just looks so cool. He's just one of them characters that as soon as he was brought onto the big screen, I was so happy. I was a big fan of the Dr. Aphra comics. I knew of Black Kirsten before the TV show, and it was great to see a character from the Star Wars comics coming into the live action and coming into his own. I hope we get to see characters like Dr. Aphra in live action very soon as well. But yeah, Black Kirsten was just such a cool character to have, coming to the Star Wars universe. And he definitely needed his own figure. And I've got a feeling Hasbro are going to milk us a little bit for it. We've already got the publishing series version. They have announced we're going to get a proper movie version. But I've got a feeling they'll give us something else first. They'll milk that release out. Then we got another publishing series figure in my collection here, which is one of my favourites this year, which was this really cool Princess Leia. Now, the reason I like the publishing version of the Princess Leia figure is because I think how do I explain this? The publishing series, they're able to make characters from the comics in different ways that we haven't seen in the movies. And every Princess Leia they've made from the movies, to me, never felt like fitted in with the rest of my figures. Like this is if I was to make up a load of action figure photography shots, this is a costume I can actually imagine Princess Leia wearing on an adventure. You know, the white dress and like ceremonial dress and stuff she wore in the first film, yeah, she did wear that for the majority of the first film, but for other adventures in the galaxy, it's nice to have some costumes that were based on the comics and not necessarily based on the movies, if that makes sense. Makes the world more real to me. Oops, I just want to stand up. But I love this figure. If you remember, I kit bashed this figure as well before the official one came out, using obviously Padme's cape, Jyn Erso's gun strap, and there was obviously the Leia that came with the white body and stuff from Hoth, and I think originally I had different gloves on them, but yeah, I was able to kit bash a version of this, and I still love that as well to this day. But yes, Princess Leia, ready for adventures, definitely one of my favourites. And yeah, the publishing series was definitely a favourite of the year for me, and I'm looking forward to 2023's releases. Yes, I do moan about the prices, and yes, I do have a little grumble from time to time, but I still go out and buy them. Okay, coming up to my two favourite action figures of the year. Aayla Secura, a figure I've been lobbying for years. If you've been a follower of my channel for a while, you can go back and look at any of my Star Wars, want videos or prediction videos, and I've been saying Aayla Secura for years. I'm surprised it took this long for her to come out, to be honest. She's an awesome figure as well. They didn't disappoint when they gave this figure. Mine does have a bit of a loose foot, which causes issues with standing. But normally when she's on my shelf, it's on the one position, she's been alright. She's not fallen over. But the figure itself is beautiful. And I'm so happy they gave us this. I'm not going to stay too long talking about it because I've got a feeling she's going to be in the top 10 video of figures for this year. And that will come out on Saturday, that video. So stay tuned because I've got a feeling she's going to make it into the top 10 figures of this year. like overall. And speaking of top 10 figures of this year, this Darth Maul, I've been wanting an updated Maul for ages, and they definitely delivered with this one. He looks so good. A nice updated Clone Wars Maul was needed. I love the fact that he's still got the bare chest and stuff underneath, but he's more in keeping with his later appearances in Clone Wars. And his saber is just awesome. Can be used as a single or double lightsaber. It's just so good. Yeah, definitely. Again, he's probably going to end up on the video on Saturday. So stay tuned, as I think these two will definitely be joining the ranks of the top 10 of 2022. But guys, what were your favourite Star Wars figures from this year? Please do comment below. I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments. Guys, thank you very much for watching. What should I do a top 10 video of tomorrow? G.I. Joe? Do I do G.I. Joe? Do I do NECA? Do I do Diamond Select? McFarlane? Marvel Legends? Comment down below what list video you want to see next. We're going to try and do a list video every single day. Done Power Rangers, done Star Wars. Let's move on to another one. You guys comment below what you want to see. Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Soupson, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, may the Force be with you. Bye!